I'm Chit Villamore. The part of the Great Commission that it challenged me most is make disciples of all nations. I have interpreted this as cross-cultural. The Tagalog translation appeals to me, Tawid Lahi. Remember that, Tawid Lahi. When my young family visited the southern Philippines, curiosity and pity came upon me as I saw the veiled and fully clothed ladies when it was so warm. God must have planted then a tiny seed of compassion for people of a different culture, people who were not like me, but whom He loved just the same. As I grew in my spiritual walk, God kept placing missionaries and foreigners along my path in conferences, gatherings, even prayer tours to places like South Korea and Israel. Each time I was captivated by their stories of faith, compassion, and endurance. Lives poured out for people who weren't their own. So I kept saying yes to pray, to support, to simply show up and see. Looking back, I think God was teaching me one small yes at a time. That whatever more He gave me wasn't meant to stay with me. It was meant to reach someone else. In 2005, I was in my 50s watching the news on the great tsunami that swept Banda Aceh, Indonesia. You know about that. A satellite image showed the green landscape before the tsunami and the white landscape after the flood. The Holy Spirit spoke, "See, the harvest is white and ripe." God opened the door to this closed province, the gateway of Islam to Indonesia. That had never been open to other faiths. Christian organizations entered through this open door to demonstrate Christ's compassion through relief goods and services. I'm not in the medical profession like Jonah, which was badly needed then, but I said, "Here I am, Lord," with a heart and ears to listen to their sorrows. The grieving and confused men, women, and children, people of different faith and culture from me, were open to our prayers and pleas to Isa al-Masih, their name for Jesus. I didn't have much to offer by way of skill. What I had was time, presence, and willingness to sit with people who weren't mine to sit with, except that in God's eyes, they were. That door became the door to others. On my 60th birthday, I crossed from the most restricted country in the world with a European prayer touring team. And it's still learning whatever God had given me was never meant to end with me. You may say mine is a special calling and you can't be me. But driven to obey the Great Commission, you can by taking small steps that beyond is leading us. Pray to catch Jesus' heart of compassion for the nations and financially support the goers as I was supported. Be part of the short-term missions, STM. Learn through the Disciple the Nations course, that's a DTN, and the study of the Bible. And mingle with and learn from the volunteers. Whatever more God has given you, He gave it so it could reach someone else too. Stopping learning is the beginning of old age, says a known Japanese doctor in the field of elderly health. At this season of my life, I'm in my 70s. In a couple of years, I'll be in my 80s. And I continue to join prayer gatherings for missions, to keep learning, and to say yes whenever opportunities open up. Just last year, despite physical limitations, I joined another short-term mission trip. By the Holy Spirit's enablement, I will keep pursuing His plans for my life as long as He allows. And I take this opportunity to thank my partners throughout this Tawid Lahi journey, my late husband, my pastors, friends, and even those I didn't know personally, and the missionaries who encouraged me and inspired me and mentored me. I hope this testimony encourages you. The way Isaiah 52:7 and Romans 10:15 encourage me. How beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news. It may not be our feet, it can be our hands and heart that pray, give, and join others sa pagtawid lahi. Praise and honor be to God who works in us to desire and to work for His good pleasure.